Okay, so here we go, 1.6 day 2, last section of chapter 1. And so the last thing we need to cover is when using elimination. So you use elimination to add or subtract your equation. So use to add or subtract the two equations to eliminate one of the variables. So sometimes you can just add or subtract the equations and you'll eliminate a variable. However, sometimes you may need to multiply one or both equations to do the elimination. And we'll do an example of one without multiplication and one without. So first we'll do without multiplication. So here is our example. Our equations are 4x plus 8y equals 20. And then we have negative 4x plus 2y equals negative 30. And so we are solving this, and we remember our solution to systems like this is a coordinate point. So we're first going to decide if we have ones that could eliminate. So in order to do that, we're looking for the numbers in front of the variables to be the same. So in this case right here, the x's have both 4s. So we're looking for the same number in the front, which these ones do. And then to know if we add or subtract, we look at the signs on those numbers. So we're going to add when they're the same opposite signs. And we would subtract if they were the same sign. So here we have opposite signs. We have a negative and a positive 4, so we are going to add these two equations. So 4x plus a negative 4x would make those cancel. 8y plus 10y would give us 10y. And then we would do 20 plus a negative 30, which would give us negative 10. Divide by 10 on both sides. And so then we get y equals negative 1. Okay, so now we have part of our answer. Remember, we're looking for a coordinate point, and we know that y is negative 1. But we need our x, so we're going to take this y value and plug it into one of these equations to get my x value. So I'm going to go ahead and just pick the top one. So I have 4x plus 8y, which we said is negative 1. So again, I'm plugging that in here, equals 20. And then I'm just going to solve. So this would be 4x minus 8 equals 20. Add 8 to both sides. Now we're at 4x equals 28. Divide by 4 on both sides. And x equals 7. So this would be our solution. So I had said we were going to do 2 examples, one without multiplication, so that would be one that you could just add or subtract. Now we're going to do one where you have to multiply first. I'm going to move it up, and we're going to do another example. So with multiplication, and our problem is 5x plus y equals 9, and 10x minus 7y equals negative 18. So looking for 2 numbers that are the same, 5 and 10, no, 1 and 7, yes. So we have 2 ones that are different, and we need to find ones that can be multiplied to each other to get the same. So if we did 5 times 2, we could get to 10, or we could take this 1 here and multiply by 7 to get that equal. So either way is completely correct and would get you the same answer. I'm just going to go ahead and do the 5 by 2 because it's smaller than timesing everything by 7. So I'm going to multiply everything here by 2. And if I do that, I'm going to get a positive 10, and then I would have to subtract my 2 equations. I personally like to add them. So to get opposite signs, I'm going to multiply by a negative 2. And now our new one would become negative 10x minus 2y equals negative 18. And then we would just bring the other one down, so just copying this over. So 10x minus 7y equals negative 18. And now we have the same number in the front of our x's, opposite signs. So I'm going to add those, eliminate. And then we have negative 2y plus a negative 7y, which would give us negative 9y equals negative 18 plus negative 18 is negative 36. Divide by negative 9, and we get y equals 4. So again, we have half of our answer. We have y is 4, and we still need the second part of our answer. So we're going to pick one of these equations and plug y into it. So we can pick the second one. So we could do 10x minus 7 times 4 equals negative 18. So again, we just put this in here and we were using this equation. So now we have 10x minus 28 equals negative 18. Then we would add 28 to both sides, and we would get 10x equals a positive 10, and then divide by 10 on both sides, and we get x equals 1. So our solution is 1, 4. And that's it for elimination. If you have any questions that aren't covered in this video or in class, please let me know and I'm happy to help you.